I'm Svante Schubert, and I'm the project lead of the pre-startup iDISS. And currently, yes, we are the NGI DAPSI project, and very thankful to be here and to be that our dream became true by sponsoring it. And we are bridging data islands from business to business to government. So what is the data island? A data island represents isolated data. In our case, software or a group of software that speak its own language. And because like any island, this island was isolated, the language spoken on the island has evolved from the rest of the world. So is this a problem? Well, it becomes a problem if there are many islands, especially now in the age of digitalization, where they need to talk to each other and exchange data. So how can this problem be solved? So it's easy. They need to transform the data. And here you can see the translation that all the translation between all the islands when they talk to each other. We say syntax to syntax is what the errors is being representing, and the syntax describes how the data is being written. Syntax comes from the old Greece and means something like joint order, and you see it's quite a lot of transformation. But what does it mean for a single island? Look at the top red island. This red island have now to work on transformation to any other island. Yes, so if there are n islands, you have n-1 transformations. And worst of all, you have to know all the implementation details of all the syntax of all the other islands, which is a lot of work for the domain experts. And these are moving targets. Can we do it better? Yes, of course we can. There's a trick. At design time, we use the semantic, the meaning, as a common denominator for the syntaxes of all islands. So we have now a hub in the middle. So what do we gain? The domain expert of the island no longer have to care about all the other syntax details, and they only have to maintain one relationship. There's a reduction by the duplicated work of data. So, and we untangle the complexity because we are now not talking only about syntax, we're talking about semantic, and this is much closer to the knowledge of the domain expert semantics meaning. So we are now able to generate documentation. So to summarize, the domain expert work is reduced and the quality improved by the reduction of redundancies. So from this hub at design time, we are now able to generate all the transformation that we've seen earlier. Like here from the top red to the bottom yellow island, the maintenance gets far easier. And we are going to offer a consulting, how to create this common denominator, and software service by our tool to generate these transformations. And in the future, it should also be possible to generate the semantic hub in the middle as a runtime. Because think of it, it's like a software that's just loading and saving various syntax. So if this is such a good idea, why is this approach not already being used, adapted, for instance, by a standard, the blueprint of interoperability? It is. For instance, the European e-Invoice norm, the first thing for digitalization, one of the most important projects, it is using this. So let me exchange these two data islands. These are the UNC-FACT XML and Open UBL XML. We just don't care about the islands, just XML, but they use the same approach, this single semantic. So let's take a quick look on how this semantic to syntax relation is being expressed with them. It's fascinating how easily it's been done. It's simply a table. Please don't look at the details, just look at the simplicity. On the left, you see a semantic. On the right, it's a syntax. And it's just like they're picking pieces from two Lego boxes, left semantic pieces and right syntax, and putting them together. Yes. And it's a bit ironic here that the European standard created to get rid of the paper itself is written on 400 pages of PDF, digital stone, totally data unstructured. So because nobody wants to copy paste content from 400 pages, therefore we early extracted the data back to a structured XML, and we're using VMP, our tool, to validate it. So a quick look at our MVP tool. You see it's a Visual Studio Code extension, and in the open core we're standalone, but we're available in cloud very soon. As a prototype, we've chosen this European invoice norm, but we can be allied to any other domain. Your domain, just contact us. Join the team. It's open source. We are the iDISS team, yet quite highly focused on technique. But yes, we are with DAPSI, we got to push to business now. With Thomas, UX GUI lead, Edward, the experience of search and metadata, and a lead in machine learning as well, me as a lead visionary, and Lawrence, the talented front-end developer. Thank you, DAPSI, for making this happen. Thank you.